welcome back to the Finnmints podcast. I'm your host, Finn Lawler, or Finnmints, as you guys know. And you're probably looking at the video title and being like, what are you talking about? Well, let's get into it. So, I bet I get some of you looking at my videos, like some of the episodes, being like, man, I wonder if he talks about, like, politics and stuff. Well, hate to break it to you, but this ain't that kind of this ain't that kind of area, bro. Okay, politics are just, I don't like them. I don't. And sure, I've been like catching up on some of them occasionally, like the election we just had or whatever. But that's not what this is. See, the reason I don't talk about politics on this podcast or this channel, for that matter, is. It just, see, I'm getting flustered just talking about it. Like, first of all, so many opinions and facts being intertwined that nobody knows. Excuse me, I'm gonna rant here. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. Nobody knows what's true, what's false. I'm like, actually, this is true. By the way, welcome back to Junior Mints if I haven't already said it. But come on! It's like, oh, I read this somewhere. It's like, well, actually, I saw a different perspective that it was actually the opposite, and that should be true. Literally, just like, I don't care. When did things get so political? No offense to... Listen, you can believe what you believe. That's fine. You have your beliefs. I don't care. That's cool. Good for you, man. But it's just like, there's a reason I don't talk about politics on this show. It's just so gosh darn complicated. Like, it's like, oh, what do you think of, I don't know, Donald Trump, or what do you think of Joe Biden? I don't want to talk about it. It just depresses me. Like, gosh darn it. Like, it is... I'm trying not to swear on this podcast, and it's getting so freaking hard not to. But, just like, can we just talk about anything else besides politics? Like, I feel like politics, there's so much that goes into it. Like, I have a few friends who are quite political, and they're great people, but sometimes when they get political, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, I don't want to call them out or anything, because I don't know. I have to educate myself on the topic, so I usually... See, I'm the quiet one in a friendship. And it really doesn't seem like that when you're listening to this show. But at the end of the day, you believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe, you know? But... it's just like, if someone requested, like, if someone was like, hey, Finn, you should talk about politics on your show, and I'm like, you should talk about the election. I'm like, nope. This show is basically devoted to my opinions about certain things. Trust me, I have a few, I know I just said I'm not very political, but there are some cases where I do have my opinions about the topic, but I'm not going to say them because that's stupid. I don't need to tell you my opinions. My opinions are my own. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want there to be like if I have an opinion, I have opinions, Herbert. If I have an opinion about something, and let's say your opinion is different, I'm not gonna be like, what'd you say? I'm not gonna pull a knife on you. Don't ask me where I got this knife. Like, I'm not gonna be like, let's say someone's like, oh, Apple's better than Microsoft, or vice versa. I'm like, what? Huh? Or like, here's a good one. Oh, Star Trek is better than Star Wars. I'm just like, excuse me? You want to say that again? Look at my background. What do you see? That doesn't say Star Trek. My point is, and you know what? This will actually be another episode that I'm going to film later, but there are some people, not all, some people I haven't seen these people personally, but there are some people that I've read about. There are some people that I've seen, not seen, but like read about, that can't even sit down and have civil conversations without flipping a table, pulling a knife out, and this is exaggerations, of course, but they can't go like, ooh, like they can't accept the fact that their opinion is different than others. Like that's how humans work. They think differently. Is that so much to ask? No, I think so. Part of the reason why also I don't talk about politics is like there are so many different sides to it. I don't want to get involved with that. Like if I got into a podcast topic about the 2016 election versus the 2020 election, like no thanks. And I know this video, the name of this episode is Let's Not Talk About Politics, and I know I just did, but that's to prove that I don't like talking about politics very much because I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. I just don't want to see people get butthurt over different opinions, which you can't deny that happens more than once. People are like, "Oh, well, I believe that." Like, let's say, "Oh, I believe in this and I believe in that." It's like, "Oh, well, I believe in this third thing." Well, you're freaking wrong then. It's like the ability to have a conversation, though. The ability to have a civil conversation without getting into a knife fight is so freaking easy to have that some people don't have any idea how to do it. They always go, "Oh, well, if I hear something different, I'm going to flip a table in your face and bruise your nose and break it." Anyway, long story short, I don't talk about politics because it's complicated. I'll leave it at that. And on that interesting note, this has been the Junior Mints podcast. My name is Finn Lawler, or Finnmints, as you guys know. And thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And we'll see you guys next time. Episodes are coming your way very soon. Peace.